Out to Gareth, Gabani on his shoulder, Gabani still going. Oh, great pass from Gabani out to Dallin, out to Aginga, and that's a superb try. That is an absolutely... Engulfed by 3 or 4, oh, Belgium man forward, wrong way into the opposite. Oh, Richard lost it forward, and also still lost it forward. And the ref's with them. Yes, he's going to come back to it. So the 2, he lost it, they lost it.
So here we are for the big one of the season, the last game, traditionally against Rondebosch. Conditions beautiful for rugby if it stays like this, but the going is going to be pretty wet underfoot. We've had quite a lot of rain in the last few days. We wait now for the Rondebosch side to come on. The Bishops side unchanged from Wednesday. Very good crowd support already, and let's hope the side is really motivated, as I'm sure they are. Rondebosch keeping us waiting quite a bit. One advantage of playing the game away is we can play in our own jerseys for the last match. Rondebosch, of course, will switch to white. The referee for the game is Mr. Brian Peters. And we have, as you can see, a new commentary point, a new filming point up on the chalets at the southern end of the ground. And so at last, Rondebosch come on.
So I suppose that we're playing with the wind, looks like.
It looks like it, so we probably lost the toss.
I don't know if the wind is going to be a big factor. It's squally, isn't it?
Yes, and it's to quite an extent across the field, isn't it, rather than down.
Yeah.
So that the wind will be coming from our right and behind us. This northwester, as you say, it is quite squally. We've had a couple of heavy showers this morning.
If they're kicking off, it looks like we chose which way to play.
Yes, it does. Very high, good kick-off from Rondebosch. Tremendous support for Rondebosch on that side of the field and Bishop's Hall on the other side of the field.
I'm interested in the scrumming because we had a bad time in the scrums the first game and we were short of a prop.
But we did scrum very well on Wednesday, didn't we, against the Auckland side. High up and under, testing Jamie. And he clean. I didn't see how it happened then. We were blocked a bit, but it looks as though he completely missed it. And a very narrow attempt.
After the high ball, he dropped it, did he, Brian?
I couldn't see whether he dropped it or whether it fell clean through his hands or what happened.
He missed a sit of a drop there.
He was under quite a lot of pressure. Warren with the conventional dropout. It's a bit deep, very deep. And another high up and under. And we've got both of them going for it. It could have been disaster. Jamie and Gavin both going for it. But well tackled, but I think they have it.
He's kicking where there's no full back this time.
And that'll be over the goal line.
And I heard that Jeff fly half kicked the whole time the other day, actually. Stur used to play on the wing.
Yes, yes, it's just been moved to fly half, and now what is that? Penalty for... Yes, I didn't see quite what happened, but he's pushing him about, interfering with him afterwards. So a penalty right on our line. So whatever happens, he must make touch. Which he does. Michael Wright with the, at least Peter de Vet with the first throw in.
Lovely take by Butker. Good throw, nice start in the lineup, which is really essential. We win our ball. It'll give us a bit of confidence. Now, what's he blown that up for?
So this will certainly be a potted goal for Rondebosch. The first.
No idea.
No, I haven't any idea either. No doubt he's explained to us, and
presumably obstruction in the lineup.
Yes, I didn't see him make any gesture.
Stopping them coming through, perhaps holding them back.
So there's a good chance for Rondebosch to open the scoring. It is into what wind there is, but that wind is not very strong. Well, he hasn't really hit it well. No, lucky for us, pulled it to the left. Bad kick.
Good idea, I think.
Could be a useful kick. It bounces out.
Good idea.
Very close to bouncing out.
Lucky there with that kick, because Fixtures normally pretty accurate. In fact, he's cost us dearly the last couple of years. Good follow-up, good aggressive tackle, middleman.
Our spectators, our boys, much too close to the touchline there. Right, the line out just inside our half of the field. Their half of the field. Beautiful jump again. But what's the referee say?
Again, we're penalised. I don't know.
Free kick this time.
Closing the gap, is it?
Huge up and under from Stuart. Well taken by Jamie. Walked.
Fine take. Well played fullback.
And to tap and to Warren. He bangs it out. No, he doesn't. Yet another penalty. Lots of applause from Rondebosch for the penalty. I didn't see what that was for, and here we have another chance to go. A much longer kick this time.
That's what, the third or fourth time referee's blowing us up. Make Basil happy.
So it'll be a good kick if he puts this over. Much longer kick. And he's hit that very much better if it's straight. It is. And first blood to Rondebosch. Coming after 6 minutes.
Well played. Skills there. Excellent. First time we got a chance to attack. Keep possession now.
Unable to link up with anyone, but certainly our first sortie into their half of the field at all. Well, and Richard losing the ball in the tackle, losing it forward.
Our first chance there, and we dropped the ball. Scrum half. Failed to keep possession, which has plagued us all season.
On for Stuart, and well taken by Jeff. Beautifully taken. But where's the support? Has he laid it back? Not sure he has. Yes, he has. There it comes.
Good pedestrian at the moment. Good
back
support.
To Chuck.
Good support
to
again.
Warren.
Good support again. Don't be soft, Gavin, man. Don't be soft. Very tentative, but good recovery.
Andrew Loyne's breaking away. And now it comes back. Michael Waller.
Keep possession, keep possession.
And a beautiful run.
Possession.
So Andrew Loynes lays it back.
Well played.
And yet another penalty. One penalty after another. This must be about the fourth penalty.
It's just as well Peters wasn't reffing the game on Wednesday, because there wouldn't have been a game. He would have blown up every single time the loose ball was being played by the New Zealand side. Actually, I thought that was a pathetic bit of reffing. It's perfectly in order.
And a huge kick down. Take place to, I think, just beyond the halfway line.
Just as well he didn't do the New Zealand game, there wouldn't have been a game going.
Well taken by Jamie once again. This time there's a little room to move.
Okay, Jamie, make them pay for these up and under.
But where's the support? There it is. And that's a wild pass. There's a Jeff, that rather wild overhead pass. But still a great run from Jamie. Great counter-attack.
That's what I mean, yeah. Sorry? Oh, yeah. Just taking people out or off the ball, but in fact it's perfectly legal, as they say, as Paul Burton says. If it's the defending side, it's different, but it's the attacking side that's permissible.
The penalty count is about 4-0 at the moment, isn't it? Almost 11 minutes gone, and there's penalty number 5. This is for collapsing, is it?
I don't know, it would appear he's entirely one-eyed at the moment.
And he's reversed the penalty.
Well, there, I'll take that back, he's now reversed it. Can you believe it?
Didn't see what happened there. Maybe it was on the camera, I don't know. And so he's having a word, is it to both captains?
It was. So Rondebosch exhorting their side to play rugby. All they do is up and unders.
Well, useful kick from Warren, gaining some 25 metres, 20 metres, and of course our ball. Tap back, referee will say not in straight or knocked forward, so Rondebosch scrum.
Yeah, Waller got a bit of a crack there. He having to clean up a pretty dirty line-out ball, which he did very well indeed. It shouldn't be asked to do things like that, though.
So we'll have a bit of a hold-up. So we've got Reiniger on instead of Mike now, as Mike goes off for repairs to a cut.
I doubt if anyone's trying to collapse the scrum. It's just that it's slippery there and they're equally matched.
Certainly
I'm sure we're all trying to stay on our feet.
Certainly an attacking side wouldn't want to collapse the scrum.
Good pressure, scrum off, nearly had it.
And is it out yet? No, not yet. Well fielded by Jamie. And running round his men again. A kick.
It's a clever little kick. If we get a kind bounce, it's going to be very effective, but we didn't. Don't be soft, Gavin.
And eventually it's a chuck who forces him out into touch.
So the more they kick on to Vet, the more of a threat he's going to become, I think. At the moment, the game's being played very pedestrian pace, so things like quick line-outs are really not possible. Wonderful line-out. This time we're allowed to get away with it.
And chuck with Stuart running around.
Take them away off the ball, quick loose ball, well played.
And a good little kick from Warren. Is he going to go out? No, it isn't. But they don't gain much. So our line out just inside their 22, and it's about the first time we've been as close to their line as that. Michael still off the field. Francois still substituting at number 8. And another lovely jump. But what's the referee say? Not forward or not straight. And here comes Michael back again.
Yeah, costly. We're not winning our ball. I'm not sure. Was that a knock forward, you said?
I didn't see it knocked forward at all. No, but it might have been.
But it's the second time when we won ball cleanly and yet not being permitted to use it. So we're not able to attack at the moment.
Scrum on the 22.
And when we have attacked, we've looked pretty useful.
Again, good pressure. But he manages to get his kick in. And they gain 10-12 metres outside the 22. And we're halfway through this first half now. We've had just over 15 minutes to play. Virtually no injury time. And still 3-0 to Rondebosch. Is that a better line out? Wasn't cleanly taken, but we controlled it well. Right, and up and under from us for a change. With Chuck and marked, well marked. Line out now just 3-4 metres outside the 22. Andrew Loynes.
Lovely to see us going forward through the loose forwards.
But have we controlled it? Penalty number 6. I suppose it's number 5 because the last one was reversed. Good kick. To virtually the halfway line, and their ball. As the wind gets up very strongly right now.
It's a good decision to play the end we were playing. This wind's quite strong from distance.
It does seem almost to be switching round, I don't know, but it is very much straight across the field. Looking at the flag, it is in our favour at the moment. Knocked forward, and is it our ball for a change? No, their ball. No, it is our ball, yes.
So much better scrum than we had last time.
Michael Waller
against Rondebosch,
laying it back for second phase
in this game.
Chuck, but hesitant, and then clean through the gap. Linking up well.
Good, loose forward support again. Now we mustn't be penalised.
Loose
forwards again.
Quite what he means by that kind of punching gesture is that we're pushing them off the ball.
Quite legal. If you mean, if the referee means was what they call clearing the table, he's got it absolutely wrong, because we're going forward and it's attacking ball in control. stopping us rucking the ball effectively, which we've done recently.
So that is at least penalty number 6.
I'm sure the boys are getting a little bit frustrated with this strange interpretation.
So again, we are in danger area in our half of the field, but our scrum. A quick heel, which Richard
was a bit untidy.
Didn't see where it was.
Came out the side and put us in a little bit of pressure.
And that'll bounce out into touch just 5 or 6 meters from the corner flag. Jamie thinks of a quick one. Wisely, I think, decides against it, because Rondebosch was certainly up there.
Well, their pitch should be penalised for not allowing us to throw the ball in quickly. But the referee hasn't arrived there yet.
And now there's a hold-up for attention to someone. And we've had just on 20 minutes play. It is 20 minutes now on the watch. Right, so play to go on. We've had a hold up for half a minute or so. No, and there's Francois coming back on again. I didn't see whether Michael Waller went off again. Looks as though it is Michael. Didn't see him there. Beautiful jump.
It's a wonderful jump by
Andrew. And that was disastrous up and under.
Has it turned out fortunately for us? It has.
And a hefty boot down from Jeff. There's Jamie following up very fast. Ball just trickling out. Rondebosch doing well at preventing us from throwing the ball in, aren't they? Once again, I think Jamie was thinking of a quick throw in, but thwarted by Rondebosch holding on to the ball. Right, the scrum collapses. Right on the halfway line now. Tackler back to Warren with a long pass out to Jamie. Through the tackle to Gavin. Smother tackle, unable to get rid of that ball. But now we ought to be over it. We'll be penalised, no doubt, for doing something. Well, at least they get the scrum, and now there's another injury.
Every time we've run the ball, it's looked promising.
And we have a hold up for another.
Just got to keep our cool, and it's so important. We don't want people saying, why was that, or throwing up their hands if we don't get the decision going. If we keep cool, we can win this game. Backs look dangerous, the forwards are playing well.
So another stoppage. And the Rondebosch boy going off this time for attention. And Michael's still off the field. So as Rondebosch centre is off. Yet again the kick well taken from Andrew Loynes.
Again, it's well played loose forwards. Doing very well together.
Stuart. And the ball beating both sides out into touch.
Powerful scrum.
Gavin. Well, bounce going nicely for him.
Now keep possession.
And this time Rondebosch penalised for going over. So 7-2 the penalty count, I think, now. And a very clever kick from Warren. Bouncing luckily over.
It's going to be like that game on Wednesday, and he kicked straight down the wing's throat. It's changed the game, but this time we got away with it. After we did well in midfield, Whitfield had a go at counter-attack, kept possession of the ball. So important. And a big cheer whilst we got the favour of the decision that time. Short line out. Ooh, slightly lucky to get away with that.
A little tap from Andrew to Richard, and back it comes now. Beautifully taken from Stuart. Gavin.
Come on, Gavin.
Gavin unable to get rid of the ball, but he has laid it back. Well,
keep your cool.
Don't know what that was for. Perhaps they'll tell us afterwards what the referee said. Richard going for an explanation. So 8-2. And Rondebosch centre comes back as the kick goes down Jeff's throat, and now he has Chuck with him, the dummy. Well, I didn't see, it was a knockback there. I really didn't see how that.
It's quite
what happened there?
What he's getting up to.
Really didn't see what that was for, but the referee saw a knock.
Well, someone must have knocked him, I don't know.
Unless it was a forward pass, I really don't know. So on the bus, the scrum, 10 metres outside the 22. And for the umpteenth time, the sparing dive by Richard, all but charges it down. Certainly put him under pressure. And he's the closing few minutes of this half. It'd be great if he could score.
This time we're allowed to play from a good line out.
And the up and under.
More than useful up and under.
Beautifully taken, really taken.
Over the ball now.
From Jamie Carroll. Stuart back to Andrew. And Andrew has laid it back, I think. Here it comes. Referee about to order a penalty to Rondebosch, but he had his hand up. But
forwards.
Beautifully out to Warren. And he's there. What a great try.
First time he hasn't blown us up from 2 or 3 successive rucks and maws, and you can see what happens.
So it's a great try from Warren. He really showed determination then, didn't he?
Beautifully taken by, beautifully done by the forwards. The whole build-up was good. We've been getting better and better the last few weeks, and then nicely finished by Griffiths. That's what we needed.
So he'll have a very difficult kick. Of course, it's right on the touchline. But putting us into a 5-3 lead, and that's just what we wanted before half-time. We'll have a good view of this one. And that looks good. Now, just curving off to the side. Not a bad attempt at all. So 5-3. And we've got about 2 minutes to play, depending on how much injury time he allows. There's a minute and a half actually on the clock.
Yeah, I think we got the win in our favour in the second half. How long have we played?
We've got a minute to go. Yes, this wind is very difficult to understand. The flags do seem to be behind us.
Make these sort of mistakes at these crucial times. Now we're going to have to defend. Of course, you missed touch. Good skills, though. Skills are improving all the time.
Right, we had good control of it. And a useful kick from Warren inside his 22. They can play back to the halfway or pretty close to it.
Wright got held there back illegally, lucky not to get his face smashed in. He would do in club rugby, I can tell you.
Right, we've taken their line out.
Oh, dangerous tap, I hate it. Look what's happened.
There it goes.
I think that was Carroll at the back of the line.
Another huge up and under. I don't think I've ever let the ball out yet.
Well, they feel that De Vet is not safe under the high ball, which is ridiculous. I think he's very safe. Initially, he did drop the first one.
Right.
Now we're messing around a
all
bit
sorts of
advantage line. Good skills, Abbott.
Touch rugby going on there. Stuart and then to Peter De Vet. And we still have control. Out to Warren, who I thought he was going to bang it down, but he's managed to get through 2-3 tackles.
Lucky Warren,
and then
lucky you hesitated.
Jamie knocks on as he tries to pick up that rolling ball, and we're now half a minute into injury time this half. We certainly don't want to give away a penalty now. We're in penalty range.
First bit of really hesitant play there. I mean, he caught in two minds, was going to kick, decided not. You can't do it in this sort of pressure game. Wooler's got a lot of blood coming out of his head on us.
It must be virtually half-time. No, he says play to go on. We're already a minute and a bit into injury time.
Very nice. Pressure, pressure. Well, they got us in trouble there.
Now it all depends on the tackle from Jamie and what support there is for that.
Interesting. Right. This is the first time Rondebosch have won the ball and haven't done up and unders, and see what happened. Quite skillful play. After so very hesitant defence.
Don't know whose scrum this is going to be. It's right on the line, and we've already had over 2 minutes of injury time. Vital scrum. Rondebosch to put the ball in. You can go for a pushover.
Crucial moments right on the whistle. Right. Good tackle, Abbott.
Well, I don't think they're... Didn't see what that was for.
Going over the ball.
That's a superb space there, yes.
Half time.
And on half time, it's beyond half time. It's about 2 minutes 40 seconds into over half time. We have had a bit of injury time. And so penalty number 9 to the 2 which we've had. Well, it should be an easy kick, which is there, and that is the half-time whistle. Is it? No, it isn't. Play to go on. I wonder if he's playing 35 minutes, because we're now 3.5 minutes into injury time.
Is he playing 35 minutes, do you think?
That's what it looks like. I'm just wondering the same thing. So we're 3.5 minutes into injury time now, and there hasn't been 3.5 minutes of injury.
He's got wrong the whole game, so he might as well get the time wrong as well, I suppose. Well, we seem to have got the bug as well.
Up and under from Warren.
I've got Nigel Starmer-Smith here, famous commentator on the television Britain. What would you got to say about the game and the atmosphere tonight?
Well, exactly that. The intensity of it defies belief. I mean, as you were saying, Tim, our schools back in England know nothing of an occasion like this. It's quite extraordinary. The other thing, I think, is the... well, it reminds me of South Africa playing, the intensity of the forward contest up front. The commitment is obviously total. And it's the odds breach in defence that creates the only chances, and they're very few, because the defences are generally superb.
Yeah, every one of the games we play against these guys is anything goes, you know, the odd penalty. Very often get a long, easy winner. Well, a half, which I've said enough about the referee on it. I've never really moaned about it, but it did seem a bit... So he's an old friend of mine, so I won't say any more. But good rugby. I don't know, we've been unlucky to be down, I think.
Yeah, I would think so too. We're exactly 35 minutes, that half, in the end.
Yeah.
Right, so ready for the second half. Basil, welcome. What do you feel about the first half?
I think we played very well indeed.
And now you think the wind is actually in our favour?
Yeah, we took a chance.
Yeah.
We won the toss and played with what breeze there was, thinking that the wind was going to change.
And it does look as though it had. Looking at the clouds high up, they are certainly switching to south.
It's a good kick-off.
A very good
nice
kick-off.
and high. Well taken by Rondebosch.
And we robbed them. The inevitable kick.
Don't know what Richard thought he was doing. He waited for that, and we've done well anyway. We've rescued, I think.
Right, back it comes to Warren. Warren did look then, and he can kick him for the open spaces, but they're going to get there a long time ahead.
It's not quite what he would have wanted, I don't think.
And so scrambled out by Rondebosch. I think they were for Stuart fly-offs past the ball once, wasn't he?
Yes,
something.
I don't think they've played very enterprising rugby, but still, we've just got to beat that. You're quite right.
Knocked on by Rondebosch then, but it's come back because it's an earlier knock by Bishops.
Crooked throw. Was he giving us a knock? Yeah, crooked throw.
Probably yes.
Good scrum. We scrummed well. We scrummed very well indeed, in fact.
And a good kick from Rondebosch out on the halfway line. Jump. We've had some lovely jumping from
Yes. Our line's been very good.
All right, right
again,
down
not a great kick from Warren. Again, I don't know what he was trying to do.
And now Jamie put under lots of pressure. Out into touch. Yes, that was a very pointless kick.
It was a real nothing kick.
And we have another hold up. Right, so we on again after a short hold up. Injury, I think, could have been to Andrew Pletzer, but a lovely jump from him.
Another excellent jump, yes.
Beautiful two-handed take. And then a good kick from Warren. Lovely kick taking play up to somewhere near the halfway line. And let's play down there. Quickly through on their ball.
We've played some very good rugby when the refs allowed us to.
Got a nice bounce for Gavin. Watching our line to be off, being offside. Good tackle from Jack, but Rondebosch still control. And now back for a knock on. Bishop's ball. And the run around to Jamie. Back to Stuart, who's absolutely sold as he got the ball.
Good heavens.
And a penalty, good.
9-3.
9-3, yes. Well, unfortunately, it's not within striking distance. It's just inside our half of the field and right on touch.
Rugby.
So Warren have a chance to put us on attack, perhaps into their 22. Well, a very safe kick. I think it's probably just outside the 22. Difficult to see from this angle where we are. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe it's inside the 22. I really can't see. The ball's in the tree, so we wait for the spare one to come across. Another great take, and back it comes. Right, Warren to Stuart, back to Warren, missing out chuck to Jamie. Jamie's chuck, very good handling here. Warren, he's eventually caught it, but he's laid it back well. Right, going blind. And he drops the ball. Has he lost it forward? No, picked up.
So Jamie, well done. Just mustn't chuck the ball away like that, you know. Oof. If you can't pass it, you must keep it.
Tremendous pressure on Rondebosch. Is he over? No, referee says... Brought them back. Didn't see what that was for. Probably a knock or something on the ground. But it looks as though we were over in the corner. But we are far too far away to be able to see such details.
You're pity, you know, when you can't pass the ball, you must hang on to it. You mustn't just chuck it away like that. Wonderful scrum.
And scrambled out.
Well done.
Into touch, so we're still on lots of pressure. We're only, I think, about 10 meters from the line.
Scrum down Rondebosch ball. I don't know why. Can't really see from here.
Wheels again. And out into touch, and if we lost that one too. Right, here it comes back.
And the wind definitely our way now.
Yes, it was a good toss to win, a very good decision to make. Brave decision to make. Right, we control that one. We take the ball forward. If you're watching Rondebosch back, so being offside, well taken from Murray. A little slip pass from Chuck to Stuart. He's all but through. He's there, I think. Had a great try.
Stuart going on the scissors, going through for a try. Well done. Well deserved. Had a great season.
Was it Stuart who got all the way through? I think it was. I didn't see any pass going anywhere.
We've played all the rugby. We should be further.
I think it is, yes, the way they're congratulating him. I think it must have been Stuart who went all the way through. So it's a great run. Poor tackling from Rondebosch, but nevertheless, a great run. Incisive sort of run, wasn't it? He passed about 6 tackles. So to put us back into the lead, 4 points into the lead now, 10-6 and 2 tries to 0. And the kick to come, and that kick is going to be more or less downwind, I think. Very difficult to see as small children have removed most of the flags around this end to see which way the wind's blowing. But you see Warren's kick is taking it from just outside the 22 and about 8 meters in from touch. And that try came after 9 minutes in the second half. And with a kick to come from Warren. Perhaps on his wrong side, but no, to the left, I think. So 10 points to 6. 9 minutes gone in the second half.
Deep. Now we should stick this way down.
Warren marks it. Well, a useful kick. At least it was out. It's the vital thing. So that was back to somewhere near our 10-meter line.
with this referee, we must get out of our penalty area. I hope we're thinking that way. Good line out.
The referee's not straight.
Referee.
No, we wouldn't disagree with this referee, would we? No, I think we wouldn't disagree with this referee, would we?
Good heavens, no.
So, our scrum. Our 10-metre line. 15 metres in, well heeled. Blindside, Richard.
Good kick from Richard.
If it bounces correctly, which it does. Beautiful kick. On the 22.
Good variation too. Well done. Good thinking.
So back on attack. Minutes gone, second half.
It's been a long, hard season. I think these chaps deserve something.
Rondebosch take our ball cleanly.
Rondebosch on the drive.
Driving well.
Rolling it more. But we've done well, I think. We've contained them. And it's come to a standstill, so the ref should blow his whistle. Good pressure. Somebody laid waste there.
Looking, he's got a kick in the back. Is it Andrew Pletzer?
Andrew's back. I think he's in
it
trouble.
Looks like it. Yeah. So we have the hold up. So play to go on. Andrew back on.
Richard going back into trouble, I think, Richard.
And it's well picked up.
Yeah,
see who that was?
Gained any ground, haven't crossed the advantage line.
No, Rondebosch coming. We can't get the ball out, so anyhow, our scrum.
Yeah, from this angle, of course, it looked to me as over that ball quite clearly. The white jersey against the blue shows up. It's not one's intention, it's the fact that counts.
Warren trying to fight his way through a gap that wasn't there. We continue kept the ball. We have
not altogether.
Right, Richard, Stuart, Jamie.
Good defence from Rondebosch.
But we still have the ball, I think. No, we don't. Rondebosch driving
lost
through.
The ball.
And so whose scrum will this be? The scrum is 10 metres outside their 22, and Rondebosch to put the ball in. And we're now halfway through this half. I mean, excluding the referee's extensive injury time at the end. And useful kick from Rondebosch, taking play up to the halfway line.
Yeah, we mustn't attack like that and lose ball. We took the wrong option from a very good ball. Good kick from Richard.
A little kick from Richard again. Lovely little
fine kick.
Sniping kick down the right-hand touchline and bouncing out just right, deep inside their 22.
He's varied his game well today. He's been strong on the break. His blindside kicks have been good and his service has been good. But unfortunately, we haven't converted our tries, so he's in no safety zone at all.
We're through there on their line out.
Lots of pressure.
Couldn't see what happened there, but obviously we break through their line out and the ball's gone out and the touch right on the goal line. Rondebosch line out.
Rondebosch throw in. Very well through the line out there.
And again, very good pressure on Verster, but he managed to get his kick in. And so we're now back about 10 to 15 meters out.
Andrew Pletzer. Well done, Andrew.
And we get a touch to that, does it, somebody? Because I say it's Rondebosch ball. Lightweight clean through on their ball, and back it comes. Right, Warren. Warren is all but through. But have we retained possession? Doesn't look like it. Rondebosch driving.
Yeah, unfortunately, going through and being caught up in the air, so ball not our ball, which is bad. A good break, but didn't finish off. You know, if you're going to get caught like it, you must go to ground immediately. You must drive in at their feet. So I think it's their ball now.
Yes. About 10 meters out, I should think. From what we can see.
Another good scrum from us. It's coming very well indeed.
And now what's he going to say about that? Penalty? Free kick.
10-3, is it?
Well, this is a free kick, I think.
Well,
we're not counting it.
Same thing, really.
Yeah. Well, then I think it's a bit more than 10. And so Rondebosch able to relieve the pressure, and it's right up to the 10-meter line. And now what's he saying? Is he's calling on the first aid chaps for Rondebosch injury, and we'll have another hold up.
But again, coming from our own faults, you know, not getting that ball back from an attack situation, giving them a scrum.
So hold up a minute or so. We've had 19 minutes in this half, and almost 20 minutes, and the line out virtually on the halfway line.
Well done, Richard. Your kicks are working today. Lots of pressure.
Loose forwards up there very well.
Lovely ball, but no scrum half.
Richard had been hurled out in the touch, so there's no scrum half. Powerful drive from Rondebosch. Another good kick, swinging up the side of the pitch. A lot depends on the bounce. Jamie.
And the game turning on a doubtful penalty, a free kick for pushing too far, which really one would expect a warning.
Now we've got to get back out of this half. Rondebosch line out.
We certainly had the pressure, which we should convert into points.
Control at the back of the line out.
Michael.
He lays it back well. Richard to Warren. Warren took an awful long time over that kick. What's the referee say? He's awarded the try. I really couldn't see what happened down here. Yeah. I don't know whether we could see on the camera what happened. The referee was a long way away. And what happened? And that all came from Warren taking rather a long time for that kick, to clear that kick and charge down. And so suddenly they're a point ahead at 11 points to 10. And they're 22 minutes gone. Well, the kick's nowhere near. So they're 1 point down. 2 tries to 1 up. And about 8 minutes to go. And let's hope the referee allows as much injury time this half as he did the first. Right, on attack, Stuart. Has he laid it back? Don't think so. Perhaps he has. Yes, here it comes. Right. There's tremendous commitment on our part now.
Again, white jersey coming over. Here's his compensation penalty, because he's not sure about the try.
So what is that, 11-4 now? And this is certainly a kickable one. Well, if Warren can show the same temperament as he showed against Paul Boys, he could put us back in the lead. Meantime, we have an injury. So a kick which Warren should certainly be able to put over. It's almost in front, just outside the 22. And the wind has virtually dried down completely. He's missed it. Pushed it to the left. Well, let's hope that that's not all that costly. We must stay on attack. 24 minutes gone. High kick. Gavin. Right. So now Stuart. Must link up there.
Went down well there, good ball, nothing to run to there.
A great rush from Bishops.
Mustn't make mistakes now. Lost the ball forward, you see, that's the sort of mistake we mustn't make.
Well taken from Jamie. Got to have a scrum back, Rondebosch ball. This wind really does seem to be freshening up now behind us, at our backs. It's very nice.
Can't knock on. Skill's important here. Time?
Nearly 26 minutes, plus injury time. Useful kick from Rondebosch. Jeff perhaps guilty of not being right on the touchline.
No, you're right, he should have been on the touchline.
Let the ball bounce and then bouncing out in front of him. And Rondebosch back on attack just inside our half of the field. Our line out. We must hurry up, not waste time.
Another good line out. Good drive from us.
Keeping the ball in the forwards. Oh. And Rondebosch being nice for being offside.
It's a long kick. Well done.
Quick tap. Chuck.
Just keep possession.
And lays it back. Here it comes. Right down there. And Warren to Stuart. Stuart being very elusive today, but not crossing the advantage line yet.
Still keeping possession well.
And here it comes back again. Right, Chuck. Chuck trying to do the same, running into trouble, but we've laid it back. Warren. And Gavin clean through. And he lays back well. Oh, knocked on there by Jamie.
Can't afford those knock-ons in there. Can't afford them.
And 27.5 minutes now.
the rugby and we're going to lose.
Did we not in the first match lose, what, 6-5? Was it, with 1 try to 0. This time we're 2 tries to 1 up and 1 point down. And a hefty kick from Rondebosch. It's out on more or less the halfway line and taking up valuable time. 2 minutes of ordinary time left. And we've got to get back into their half, deep into their half, into the penalty area.
Bad line out.
Very bad. There's Rondebosch who controlled it. It's knocked forward. Rondebosch ball. Relief applause from Rondebosch spectators. 1.5 minutes on the watch to go. Taken from Jamie Carroll.
Don't lose the ball.
Surprised Rondebosch went offside then. Right, here it comes down. This is our last chance. Right, lovely passing. Beautifully picked up by Jamie. But his kick going out on the full into touch.
Right kick from Jamie.
Out to Gareth, Gabani on his shoulder, Gabani still going. Oh, great pass from Gabani out to Dallin, out to Aginga, and that's a superb try. That is an absolutely